What is the effective diet that helps to reduce bad cholesterol? Being part of the people affected by bad cholesterol is something worrisome. With this healthy diet, your elevated indicators will decrease and you will regulate this condition. Hypercholesterolemia is the medical term used to designate high cholesterol levels. It is one of the most common health conditions today. Its outcome can be fatal in the long term, since it generates serious cardiac problems. To a large extent, the susceptibility to high cholesterol depends on genetic factors. However, the most incident element in the development of hypercholesterolemia is poor diet and lack of physical activity. We have prepared this article in which we will detail the measures you can take around your diet to avoid this condition. In the same way, the diet that we will present you can also apply if you already have inadequate values. What you should know about cholesterol. In general terms, it is a fatty molecule necessary for life. It is found in the blood and in the cells of animals and people. Our body needs it to make hormones, bile acids, vitamin D and other substances. However, an increase in these values in the blood can be dangerous. This is because it begins to accumulate in the arteries, preventing proper circulation of blood, which leads to what we know as high blood pressure. Also, the accumulation of cholesterol can completely block the artery, which causes cell death of tissues that stop receiving blood. Similarly, it can cause thrombi, a kind of plaque that begins to travel through the blood effluent. Types of cholesterol. As it is a fat molecule, it cannot travel freely in the blood, which is watery. Therefore, it is transported with an element called lipoprotein. Depending on the type of lipoprotein, we will say that cholesterol is good or bad. Low-density lipoproteins takes charge of cholesterol to blood and tissues. High-density lipoproteins, responsible for collecting stagnant cholesterol in the tissues, taking them directly to the liver to be eliminated. The low density is the one that we must decrease because it covers the arteries. That is why it is known as bad. For its part, the high density is considered good, since it favors the cleaning of bad cholesterol. Foods high in cholesterol. The basis for avoiding or diminishing high values is an adequate diet. To do this, we must know which foods contain cholesterol and which ones do not. Some of the food products with higher levels of this element are the following. Red meats. Red meats, sausages and organ meats. Clams, mussels, sea snails and prawns. Yolk of the eggs. Whole milk, whole yogurts, fatty cheeses and cream. Butter and lard. Food without cholesterol. Fortunately, there are products that can help you avoid the elevated indicators of this molecule or help you reduce it if you already have them. 1. Fiber. It has properties that prevent the absorption of cholesterol in the intestine. 2. Antioxidants, prevent it from sticking in the arteries. 3. Unsaturated fatty acids, they raise the production of what we know as high density, or good diet to reduce elevated indicators. Here are some tips to build a diet that allows you to regulate this condition. Abundance of fruits and vegetables. It is recommended that you eat 5 daily servings of fruits and vegetables, as these will provide you with fiber and antioxidants. Increase fish consumption. Fish is rich in omega-3 that lowers cholesterol. The ideal is to consume whitefish at least twice a week and bluefish 1 time per week. Reduce the intake of red meat. Red meat, because of its high cholesterol content, should be eaten only once a week. Favor the presence of nuts. Nuts have polyunsaturated fatty acids, which reduce this molecule. Eat whole grains and legumes. These products prevent the absorption of this element thanks to its fiber content. Try to eat whole grain and legumes daily. Minimum consumption of sugar. This element can raise cholesterol levels, so it is important to minimize consumption. Avoid fried foods. Their excess compounds are harmful if you want to control your values. Ingest olive oil. Even being a fat, it is polyunsaturated, so it is recommended instead of animal oils. You can also consume sunflower and canola oil. Moderates the consumption of eggs, gives preference to egg white, since it does not contain the element that we try to control. Finally, it complements the diet with daily physical activity. Also keep in mind that, if you have high cholesterol levels, medication may be required, so you should have medical advice. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.